How's it going, everyone? My name is Ryaki, and today we have a very special upload because yesterday we finally did it. We finally reached our 100 subscriber goal. This is something I've been working for ever since I really started that YouTube grind. And it's not, the biggest amount of subscribers in the world, but it does mean a lot to me because all these people, decided to give me a chance. And for that, I'm extremely grateful. And to kind of celebrate, I wanted to do a special Q&A. I'll let you guys get to know me a little bit. And the first question actually comes from my partner Nick, who is amazing and wonderful. And they ask to tell me a little bit about myself. Yeah, so I'm just, regular guy. Early 20s, I'll say 23 because that's my age. And I've just always had a love for gaming, especially fighting games. And it's really like this kind of genre, and especially YouTube in general, has really pushed me to really explore everything I can do as an entertainer, and really just use what I love as a passion, and try to further it as much as I can. From the New England area. Don't really have too much to go off on that. Without doxing myself. But, yeah. That's all a little bit about me. The next question, what game series have I always wanted to get into, but always put off from playing? Probably Silent Hill. I like horror games. I think they're pretty neat. They're cool. But I never really see myself buying a lot of them unless it's like Resident Evil. But Silent Hill always had like the coolest lore, really cool monsters. I just love the idea of like that really like psychological horror, which is a real shame that I never got around to playing the game because they truly are some really cool games. I've seen Let's Plays of all of them, so I know what goes on, but it's not the same as playing, and I really hope at some point I can get around to actually trying them out. The next question we have on our list is, what is one character from any fighting game you just can't seem to get? Honestly, any grappler. Now trust me, I love the archetype, and I love fighting against the archetype. I just wish I could play them, but I just can't. My brain is too fast for must rush down, must beat your ass. I can't think of the 3,000 IQ plays that grapplers have to go through. And then also 720 inputs are like the bane of my existence, so I just choose not to. Unless it's like Grand Blue or BB Tag, then I can have some fun with some grapplers, but usually I don't touch them, which is a shame. Again, one of my favorite character archetypes in fighting games, and I just can't play them. Another question on the list. When was the first time I remember realizing I might actually be pretty decent at these types of games? Referring to fighting games. Honestly, probably way back when I first started playing BlazBlue Calamity Trigger. That was the first fighting game that like I understood. I understood to a point that I could play competently. And we feel really good about myself playing. From then, it's just kind of that feeling is carried over to most of any fighting games I play. Anything that I can really just put my attention to. But I gotta say, BlazBlue's the game that really made me fall in love with fighting games and made me consider myself a fighting game player. And for that, I'm forever grateful for the series. My favorite Christmas movie. My favorite Christmas movie is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the OG original with that awesome like puppet animation that they did perfectly well. You cannot tell me anything about it. That movie is flawless, and I will die on this hill. My favorite superhero is Spider-Man, without a doubt. He's just so cool. I love his powers. I love his agility. Just like his like really down-to-earth kind of style. That a lot of superheroes really don't reflect. And if they have, it's because of Spider-Man's success and influence on the superhero genre, and I just, I'm very, very happy. I'm very happy with the character. Yeah, Spider-Man, favorite hero by far. My favorite genre of music, pretty much any rock, that emo shit. That's my stuff. You could always catch me listening to like Fall Out Boy or I Don't Know How, But They Found Me is a new favorite of mine. Anything with guitars, and that makes you feel sad. I'm gonna get a lot of flack for that one. The next question on the list, you have Krillin versus every Tekken member, 1v1 to the death. Is he surviving? Absolutely. Krillin could take every member of Tekken without even trying. People give Krillin a lot of shit for being, quote-unquote, one of the weaker Dragon Ball characters, but he's still the strongest human that's ever lived. And he has literally not killed gods, but he's fought gods and, like, made them sweat. So, Krillin, easily Krillin. No one has not even Devil Jin has, like, any chance against Krillin. How does it feel to lose to Huey in our last tournament? From absolutely not Huey. Okay, so there's a bit of a story to this one. I was featured in a startup, pretty casual tournament from the Sloth Swordsman stream. If you haven't, already haven't checked him out, I'm gonna be linking his channel or just throwing it up here right now. Great guy, great content producer, great streamer. One of the folks I'm regularly playing Tekken with, and he was hosting this tournament. And one of the players, Huey, was a really strong Hwoarang player. And I gave it a good go. But in the end, I did lose after resetting the bracket. Still stings a little bit, but I'm gonna try harder next time. And the last and final question that I'm going to be going over while I still have time, what was my favorite moments or most memorable moment from being a content creator? And with that, it's a really weird answer because it sounds like worse than it is. But I think when I got my first payout from Twitch, if you don't follow my Twitch streams, I do Twitch alongside of YouTube. I've been doing Twitch a little bit longer than YouTube. And over the summer, I recently became an affiliate over there. That's their first step in like really taking Twitch seriously. And it wasn't too long after that I got my first actual payment from Twitch. Now this was only like $180 or so it wasn't the biggest, the biggest prize pool here, but it was that moment that made me really stop and think, like, now this is it, and this is something that I do. This is something that, like, I've been wanting to do for all of my life. And I'm finally, like, right there. I'm right there. And now that feeling was worth way more than the money ever was. But it's just like, it was that reminder that I was doing something right. That I was exactly where I needed to be. Just trying and putting myself out there as a streamer, as a YouTube content creator, that it was my first like reassurance that what I was doing was like what I'm supposed to be doing. And that's just, that moment right then and there means more to me than anything that the actual payment actually was. It was mostly the sentimental, symbolic stuff of what that really was. Because honestly, most people who do this never make it that far. Most people never get that first payment. Most people never make affiliate status. Most people, don't get as far as I've been able to get. And I'm constantly thinking about that. I'm constantly, reminding myself that I am extremely lucky to have made the progress that I even made so far. Even if it doesn't compare to the top names of the industry, the best streamers, the best YouTube creators, I still have my little chunk of the industry. I have my little chunk of Twitch, my little chunk of YouTube, and again, that just means more to me than anything ever could. So to see that payment come in, it did a lot for me. It did a lot for me, especially since I'm constantly like anxious about, maybe it's not cut out for me, or maybe I'm not cut out for it. Excuse me. And again, it's just again reassurance, and I want to keep on doing this. I want to keep on growing as much as I can, having as much as fun as I can, meeting more people, meeting more incredible, content creators like Sloth, like Abase Tohan, everyone else that I've had come onto the channel so far. And who knows where I can go from there? Who knows if I can inspire anyone? Because I know a lot of people in this industry inspired me. Maybe one day I can be that person for someone else. And I know I'm going off on this question way too long, but it's the one that really got it for me. This is the one that I was most excited to cover in the video. So I don't really have too much more left to say. Again, thank you so much for 100 subscribers. This means everything to me. And yeah, I hope you guys stick around, because I am so here to keep on entertaining you. And if you haven't already, why not hit that subscribe button and join this little adventure with me? And I would be so happy to keep on seeing you here. I'm gonna let the footage rock out. There isn't too much left. But yeah, my name's Ryaki, and thank you again for 100 subscribers.